Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuwah and the Truth. We are on video number 9 of Who is Allah, the Hindu Connection. We are getting close to the end of the book. I think we have like 12 more pages or so. We're on page 42 and there's 56 pages in this one. And then you guys voted and we are reading Magisterium next. Okay, so we are on Traditions of My Fathers, Paul's former way. For you have heard of my former way of life in Yehudaism, how intensely I persecuted the body of Elohim and ravaged it. And I progressed in Yehudaism beyond many of my age in my race, being exceedingly ardent for the traditions of my fathers. Galatians 1:13 through 14. This yoke was not the Torah of Moshe. It was the traditions of the fathers. Now we can understand what this means. Now then, why do you try Elohim by putting a yoke on the neck of the taught ones, which neither our fathers nor we were able to bear? Acts 15:10, sorry. The yoke or teachings of the traditions of the fathers was keeping men from calling on the name of Yahuwah. And by their traditions, men were being confused by the wisdom of men, falsely called knowledge. Gnosticism, mystical and allegorical interpretations were influences originating outside the true faith. How is it that you do not understand that I did not speak to you concerning bread, but to beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and Sadducees? Then they understood that he did not say to beware of the leaven of bread, but of the teachings of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Matthew 16:11 through 12. Question: what is the leaven or yeast of the Pharisees? Answer: Rabbinic Judaism, the traditions of the fathers. Guru equals Rabbi. An advocate of Hinduism is trained by their guru or yogi instructor to perform exercises to yoke with life forces. Kai, Ki, which are in truth spiritual demonic entities. A bond of trust is formed between the teacher and his disciple. A guru is exactly like a rabbi guiding the learner. The teacher is referred to as a spiritual master, one who has reached self-realization or fulfillment. The guru and the rabbi are the same, one and the same. Yoga, a form of Hindu prayer, is an exercise of meditation and astral projection performed by the advocate called a yogi. The term yoga means to yoke and is a union with energies or forces. This is the same goal proposed by Kabbalah to connected forces to maintain fulfillment. The yoga union with the forces proposes to elevate their consciousness to successively higher chakra levels. A serpent force in their spine is to guide this process. The goal to achieve is the realization of truth or perfection. The goal perfectly aligns with Kabbalah to achieve fulfillment. Tantric and Kundalini yoga are the two most popular forms, but all yoga is repackaged in a variety of ways for consumption in the Western world. Today we see Jewish yoga, Torah or Torah yoga, holy yoga, Christian yoga, hot yoga, etc. Awareness through 4 levels. Interpretation of the Eastern texts is guided by tantric gurus that control their students with vows of various kinds. They reinforce their control with physical and psychological exercises. Their sacred texts include the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Ruti. It has an S, but I think the S is silent. Ruti, I don't know. In these sources we discover Aja, the absolute or unborn eternal consciousness. The self-realized guru teaches there are 4 levels of awareness or truth. When we consider all of these elements together, they point to an early interchange between Eastern Gnosticism and its influences on Rabbinic Judaism. The sect known as Pharisees from the 1st century forward. Neither Yahusha nor any of the prophets gave any hint. There are 4 levels of interpreting his inspired word. Ephesians 4 tells us the Gentiles have darkened minds filled with ignorance, and they are tossed about by every wind of teaching. They want their ears tickled. Hinduism has many mystical rabbit trails, and many of them were absorbed into Catholicism, such as beads or rosaries, forehead ashes, halos, domes, statues, steeples or stupas, holy water like the Ganges, the Gohanzon gold tabernacle, and even the way the folded hands are held palm to palm, called Namaste, all stem from Hinduism. This hand gesture means the spirit in me bows to the spirit in you. Yahusha instructed us to build upon the rock, a firm foundation. We see the highest knowledge we can attain in his name and his word. I bow myself toward your set-apart call, and give thanks to your name for your kindness and for your truth. For you have made great your word, your name above all. Psalms 138:2. The Zohar and Talmud did not exist at the time Yahusha warned his Nazarene of the yeast or leaven of the Pharisees. The yeast he spoke of was the traditions of the fathers, the oral teachings passed from rabbi or guru to student, considered to be secret interpretations. The leaven is Rabbinic Judaism. Those who followed the teachings of the fathers, embodied in the Zohar and Talmud, withheld the name of Yahuwah, the key of knowledge. The Zohar and Talmud have only held them back, and all those under the influence of men teaching from them. The name is stone the builders rejected. The stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. Psalms 118:22. The name is Yahuwah. If it doesn't require 4 levels of interpretation to arrive at this truth. In their pursuit of awareness and enlightenment, their minds have been veiled from understanding until they receive Yahusha's spirit to enlighten their hearts. Bella, what are you doing? 2 Corinthians 3:14-16 tells us, but their minds were hardened for to this day, when the old covenant is being read, that same veil remains, not lifted, because in Mashiach it is taken away. But to this day, when Moshe is being read, a veil lies on their heart. And when one turns to the Master, the veil is taken away. Crescent, third eye, ashes, serpent, beads, Shiva. And the Shiva thing, the metal thing that they have there at CERN, this is the same type of deal right here. Okay, next time we will be reading Gnosticism Invasion, Hinduism Mystical and Spooky, Serpent Coils, Chakras, Energy Vortexes, if we have time to read that one too. And then we'll probably have 2 or 3 more videos before we go on to the next book. I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson, and now it is time to praise Yahuwah. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let me see. Bless those cursing you. Yahuwah has compassion on you. Yahusha came to redeem us. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. Bless those cursing you. What gift is it if you love those loving you? What fruit will you gain when kingdom come? Judgment Day, when Yahusha comes, it is futile upon the Eretz. The wicked get richer and the poor scream Yahusha's name. Bless those cursing you. Yahusha wants us to. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. That was You Are Loved. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know our Abba Yahuwah did. And I love you all with an everlasting love, as our Abba Yahuwah and the Shamayim loves each and every one of us. Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuwah and the truth.